My first experience here at In Focus was just over a year ago. I was invited by a friend to come to a Sunday service, and I was greeted at the front door by the greeters, and they were so friendly, so hospitable. The atmosphere was so casual. I really got a chance to just sit and focus on the words. And at the end of the service, I got up to leave, and I wasn't just sent out on my way. People actually asked me my name, were friendly, and invited me back the next Sunday. So naturally I came back, and here I am ever since. After a while, I decided to join a small group, and there's where I really learned what it meant, or what it means to be a true Christian. I had heard testimonies at church. I had heard other people's testimonies at the group meetings, and I decided that was something that I wanted to experience. So I continued on with my search for a relationship with God. It's really changed my life. My life now is different than it had been before I started at In Focus. Things that made me worry in the past no longer seem big enough to even have to worry about anymore, because now I realize that God is bigger than anything else that could make me worry. I was out here on one awesome Sunday morning in October of last year, and it was a day when people were getting ready to be baptized, and we got a chance to see some video of them giving their testimonies and how they came to know Christ. And through those testimonies, something moved in me, something really just, I believe, was the Holy Spirit that came into me and moved me out of my seat to go up to the front and be baptized myself with a lot of other people. And it was one awesome Sunday morning that I will never forget. The more I became involved here at the church by coming to church Sunday service, and then I was baptized and continued to form relationships with the people here at this church, made me really want to become an even bigger part of the church. So I started to serve, and that's been a great experience. But I felt like I needed a little more, so when the opportunity came to go on a mission trip to South Africa, I was totally ecstatic about that, and I signed up, and fortunately I was able to be part of that team. Being in South Africa and having an opportunity to serve other people gave me that same desire when I finally did get back home, and I find myself more open and honest with people around me. Before, I was probably a little selfish with my time and not really taking the opportunity to be helpful to others and reaching out and just, helping people where they needed it. But now I find myself being more selfless and more giving of myself for other people. Before I came to In Focus, I had a huge sense that something was missing in my life. I was sad. I had a sense of loneliness. Just didn't feel all together. But now that I am part of this church and I have formed relationships with the people of this church, it's really changed me, and it's made me realize that what was missing was God in my life. I love my church because now I don't feel lonely. I have a sense of direction. I have a place where I feel safe, and friendships that I didn't have before that really mean something to me.